Good morning, good morning. April 22nd, Friday, 11 a.m. Yes, I got the news. Prince is dead. What a horrible thing to wake up to. I got a close friend, Nate, who does the podcast, The Vinyl Guide. We have a morbid thing where if we find out someone famous has died, we text them. Doesn't matter if it's fucking 4 in the morning. We text the other person and say, Prince is dead. Michael Jackson is dead. Well, he got me with Prince today. And my wife made the comment that that Nate gives us the A grade celebrities. I do B grade, and Alex gives C grade. So yesterday I messaged him and told him that China from WWE Wrestling has died. He's like, dude, I don't even know who the fuck that is, yada, yada, yada. Not only that, but I also got a call from a close friend, Ben Quirk, who called in the morning to say that Prince died. So yeah, I love Prince. I think we have the majority of his catalog, and I kind of equate Prince to like a Frank Zappa, and with those two, I equate them to a photographer, where you take 5,000 shots and 3 are just amazing. I kind of feel like those guys are cut from that kind of cloth. Like I maybe like 30%, 40% of the Zappa material, and probably about the same with Prince. Like I can't do a full album of probably either guy. Well, it depends. Joe's Garage is pretty awesome from Zappa. I can do that. But obviously, Purple Rain from beginning to end is fucking amazing. But I like certain songs from certain albums, and a lot of this shit I can just throw away because I don't fucking get it or whatever. It just doesn't appeal to me. But I've got probably a top 5 or top 10 of the Prince shit. One of them is a song called Tambourine. If you can find it, check it out. It is funky as shit. It's just badass. Tambourine is probably my favorite Prince song. And then have you ever seen that Prince video I think it's called Sign of the Times, and he's got Sheila E. on drums, and I forget where the concert was held, but it's a full concert, full show, and they do this one song. They do a bunch of songs, but they do this one song called It's Gonna Be a Beautiful Night, and in the middle of the song, Prince gets off the vocals, Sheila E. gets off the drums, they switch, and then Prince is playing drums, and Sheila E. is rapping fucking uber fast. And it's great. Prince plays double bass on the drum kit. It's great. And then they switch back. But a great song and a great way to perform it. It's fucking amazing. So, yeah, sad that Prince died. I love him. I'm sad. And that's fucked. He was only 57. I mean, that's shit. I'm almost 57 as far as I'm concerned. Well, I feel it anyways. Mentally 14, physically 57. So there you go. Obviously, my American friend from high school came out, Charlie. Stayed with us for a week. There are videos of that if you want to see his trip. I took as much as I could without incriminating either one of us because we did party fairly hard, and yeah, it was a whirlwind. And during that time, I was also house sitting in another suburb because my friends who had gotten married had gone to Japan. So I house sat at their place, took care of their dog and cat, which I thoroughly enjoyed because our place is too small, we can't have pets. So it's always good to be around animals. It's good for the soul. It's good for the body. I don't know about the body, but it's good for the soul. Except I didn't really enjoy cleaning up the piss very much. But the shit I could handle. So oddly enough, I was fine to walk the dog, and she'd shit, and I would pick it up in one of those plastic things and throw it on someone's door and light it on fire and run. So that was okay. I was fine with that. And you know what? Their neighborhood was great. So I kind of miss doing that, but their bed was fucking horrible. I got a bad back, so anyway. It was good. Charlie had a great. He had such a good time, and he took picture. He's a photographer, so he took photos of like alternate goth type chicks, rockers and shit, and they were cool, and he loved it. So he's actually, I think he's coming back once a year or once every 2 years. How fucking great is that? We took him to Easter. We had him hanging out with my in-laws, who are great, and they loved him, which is fantastic. He had a good time. A week is not enough. If you're going to come out to Melbourne, Australia, you need more than a week. Okay? You remember that. If you're going to do it right, you need a fucking month. That's all I'm going to say. Last Saturday night, Brothel had a gig with a bunch of other bands, Dread, Blunt Shovel, and Earth at the Tote in Melbourne, or in Richmond, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that went really well. We were the first band on. We played for we got an hour. We played for 50 minutes, and we were very tight. I was kind of surprised. We were tight because we only rehearse maybe 2 times before the gig, and then we play it. So the photos are amazing. So you might want to go to my website and click on Brothel, and then some dude took photos. There's a link there. But when you look at the photos, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? There's a woman riding a guy wearing a gimp mask, wearing a sombrero. And you're like that. Those pictures paint 1,000 fucking words. So, yeah. And then my wife was telling me in the crowd that, like, people were saying, well, our close friend was saying that it's like Wiggles for adults. And another friend of mine came up to me after the show and was like, I've never heard the word cunt used so many times in my life. And it just gets so overused that, anyone at the end of the show would be able to say it like it was, art. And that's kind of what Brothel do, is it's so offensive that it spins around to where it's like 5th grade level hilarious. And I think we got a gig out of it. I think we're doing a gig with Eye of the Enemy, and don't quote me on that because it's up in the air and I'm not even sure. And in YouTube news, usually when I get on YouTube, I check out a couple guitar players. And by that, I mean 2. Actually 3, because there's a new guy I've been checking out, and I fucking love him. But this is kind of sad. There's a guy, like, if I want to check out, like, knowledge and theory, I'll usually go to this guy named David Walliman. And he's got a YouTube channel. It's been up for, 6-7 years or whatever. He's a French guy. I think he's a Christian. And, yeah, he lives in French, and his English is great and all that stuff. And he just seems like a really nice guy. And and he taught at one of the Zappazilla fucking things, and, that's pretty cool. He just seems like a nice guy, and you want nice things to happen to this nice guy. And his latest video, he's talking about how he's pretty much had to block all the comments off of all of his videos. And I was like, wow, that's fucking horrible. And then he was saying that, the trolls are wishing bad things upon him, but they're even fucking with other commenters and, like, death threats and shit. That is so horrible, because it's like the human race is such a piece of shit. Just do this as a fucking experiment. Go onto YouTube, type in anything you want, anything you can, and as long as there's comments, there's gonna be a fucking argument. It could be fucking kittens. It could be puppies. It could be any of that shit. And for whatever reason, there's an argument. And I don't even know how that can happen. But it's ridiculous, and I feel bad that he's had to do that, because that's fucking stupid. But I really, you know what I wish? I wish YouTube would be able to block users from watching your videos. So I watch Walliman to get a bit of knowledge, I watch Rick Graham so I can feel like shit about my guitar playing, because his shit's off fucking tap. He's fucked. But there's a new guy, and he's a young fucking kid out of New Jersey, and his name is Brendan Ellis. I think it's Brendon, maybe Brendan, Ellis, Ellis. I think he's from New Jersey. Young fucking kid, and he's got chops, and he's got fucking stinking mad metal vibrato. Like, just fucking uber shake the string, I'm a fucking man vibrato. And fuck, I love that shit. Here's what it is. I would rather hear a guy with minimal chops have vibrato like that than hear an Yngwie type player with like some weak ass Kirk Hammett shit. I mean, that's just the way. That's if you're a Kirk Hammett fan, don't message me because I don't give a fuck. But that's where it's at. Like at the end of the day, at least for my ears, my criteria, if you've got ripping vibrato, you're in. I love you for life. It doesn't matter about speed or technique or any of that shit. Good news. I start a new job on Wednesday. I live in Hawthorne. The new job is in Hawthorne East. It's an 8-minute drive from my house. And I'm in heaven. I got to give my job now that I'm working at the 2-week notice, and it was my resignation letter was like 2 sentences long. And that's all they get because I hate working there. I love a lot of the people or my Facebook friends. Some of them, most of them aren't, and everybody can get fucked, and my Facebook friends can stay, and we can have a good time, and I encourage them to leave as well because the job is fucking horrible. I'm not going to tell you what the job is. I'm not going to tell you what the nature of the job is either, but worst job I've probably ever had in my life, and it has given me depression, and fuck that shit. No one needs that. And that's it. A plug. I think Alarm is playing the Steele Assassins gig in Sydney in November. I think it's November 4th. Don't quote me on that. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be giving out this. We'll just say tentative. It's a tentative gig. We might be doing it. We might not. I think it's probably 80% yes, whatever. So there you have it in a nutshell. I'm sorry that it's taken so long for me to get this happening. I've just been busy as fuck. And now it's kind of starting to slow down a little bit. And I'm stoked. So I'm going to try to do regular guitar videos, which might prove to be a bitch because my wife is going to university and she's studying, and that's probably not conducive. But I'll have to work something out. Maybe my brother-in-law just got office space somewhere in Brunswick, so maybe I can ask him if I can use his office and do some clips there. I was going to do, my friend bought, check this out. My friend bought Stephen Carpenter's guitar from the Deftones. He bought the guitar that was used on Around the Fur and White Pony. It's like this light blue, baby blue Charvel. I was going to do a Shred Durst video with that, and I still might. I need to come up with, the premise and, the jokes and all that shit, so. And I probably shouldn't even be talking about that here, but I don't think many people listen to this, so I'm safe. But I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything's rocking. Listen to a lot of Prince today because that's horrible. And yeah, fuck, man, yeah, that is bad. That Prince is gone because he like who else is there? Fuck, I mean, for that type of music. I mean, there's tons of shit out there, but not all of it's good, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, look, I'm going to let you go. Yeah, and that's it. I'm trying to stall. I think I have separation anxiety. You want to leave. I don't want you to go. You know who had that? Fucking Ted Bundy, so maybe not. Okay, look, I'll let you go. Talk to you soon, and love you. Bye.